Should the federal government make the CDL process more flexible? There's a new proposed rulemaking that aims to do that. And what can the data tell us about the recipients of grants through the EPA's Clean School Bus program? We'll talk about these topics and more. Welcome to the Route School Bus Fleets podcast. I'm Wes Platt, Executive Editor. Click like on this and all our other videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, connect with us on Facebook, on the site formerly known as Twitter, and on LinkedIn. You'll find our social media links in the details of this video. Okay, let's get rolling. Our first stop is Washington, D.C. and the offices of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which wants to increase the flexibility of commercial driver's licensing with a new proposed rulemaking. If approved, the new rulemaking would expand a CDL applicant's ability to take a skills test in a state other than their state of domicile, allow a commercial learner's permit holder who has passed the skills test to operate a commercial motor vehicle, such as a school bus, on public roads without having a qualified CDL holder as a passenger. Eliminate the requirement that an applicant wait at least 14 days to take the skills test after initial issuance of the CLP. Would remove the requirement that CMV drivers have a passenger endorsement if they're transporting a school bus in a drive-away, tow-away operation without passengers. Require third-party knowledge examiners be subject to training, certification, and record check standards currently applicable to state knowledge examiners. In her comment on the proposed rulemaking, Rosalie McGurk wrote, "The proposed rules will help small school bus contractors run their businesses smoothly and safely. The change to the empty passenger vehicle requirements is one edit that will have a major impact on the industry. As stated above, nearly 250,000 jobs are attributed to the private school bus contracting industry, and nearly a third of those jobs are not P&S endorsed school bus drivers. However, many people involved in the industry, such as mechanics, contractors, or family members, do possess a CDL just without the associated bus endorsements. With previous laws, movement of empty buses needed to be planned around an eligible driver, but with this proposed change, the process will be much simpler. This allows contractors to expedite maintenance, movement of spare buses, etc., and does not create any excess risk to students or staff because these drivers are capable of safe operation." Said one anonymous commenter, "The FMCSA needs to evaluate numerous factors involving the acquiring of CDL licenses, but it does not need to make it easier for less experienced drivers to get on the road. What it does need to consider are some of the hitches in the rule that make it impossible for experienced drivers to switch fields. For instance, if a driver has driven millions of miles with a Class A or B license and wants to switch to driving a motor coach, they have to essentially start over by going through the full ELDT training courses just to get their P endorsement. This makes absolutely no sense and is hindering the motor coach and school bus industry as the driver shortage has never been larger than it is today. The rule change makes it easier to get a CDL license. Why not focus on making it easier for existing license holders to alter or switch the type of large vehicle that they drive?" What do you think about the proposed rulemaking? The FMCSA is accepting comments until April 2nd. We've got a link to the rulemaking in the details of this video. Our next stop is South Charleston, West Virginia, where GreenPower Motor Company reported robust financial results for the period ending December 31st, 2023. The company, which opened its new U.S. factory in West Virginia last year, makes the Type D Beast, Type A Nano Beast, and now the longer-range Mega Beast electric school buses. GreenPower reported revenues of $34.2 million, representing a 40% increase over the comparable period the previous fiscal year. In January, the Environmental Protection Agency announced the planned recipients of the first round of Clean School Bus Program grants, awarding nearly $1 billion to applicants across the United States. These funds will buy more than 2,700 new school buses for 280 school districts. Here are some takeaways after reviewing the EPA data of applicants getting awards this time around. Third-party applicants dominated the grant application process, with Highland Electric Fleets leading the way, securing about $148 million in funding for electric school buses and infrastructure for school districts in the southeastern United States, the Midwest, and Colorado and Utah. Bus transportation companies such as First Student, Student Transportation of America, and Zoom got awards for school districts from Pittsburgh to Portland, Oregon. Manufacturers, including Lion Electric and GreenPower, got grant funding for districts in Louisiana, Texas, and West Virginia. When it comes to levels of need for prioritization, most applicants who qualified based on the U.S. Census Bureau's small area and poverty estimates, or who self-certified, did so based on high need rather than rural. Some applicants selected for funding didn't indicate any prioritization at all. And most grant applicants want electric school buses, with propane coming in a distant second. No one indicated plans to purchase compressed natural gas buses this time around. The second round of rebate applications closes this week, with $500 million set aside for school districts and private contractor fleets to replace diesel school buses with alternative fuel vehicles. Has your district secured funds from the Clean School Bus Program? How has it worked for you? Let me know in the comments. Last but not least, the digital edition of February's School Bus Fleet magazine is now available online. Inside, you'll find our annual Special Needs Transportation Survey, factors to consider when buying electric school buses, and a 5 questions mini roundtable with Steve Whaley and Brad Beauchamp of Bluebird talking about alternative fuel school buses. You'll find a link to the digital edition in the details of this video. It's time to park the bus for now. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends about the route. If you've got news, reach out to me by email at wes.platt@bobbit.com. Connect with us on LinkedIn and Facebook, and sign up for our twice-weekly email newsletters at schoolbusfleet.com. Drive safely, and see you next time on the route.